said to cover up completely. Did you bring your gun at least? Oh my. Good day, folks. Welcome back to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Today, we're going back to the origins of this channel, and we'll be talking about less lethal self-defense CO2 launchers, specifically about the LTL Alfa 1.50 in orange. Okay, let's start testing this thing on some hard surface with this very hard Dominican Republic coconut. I have some metal ammo in here. We'll get to that later on. And we'll be shooting from short distances in the 20 feet, which is about 8, or actually it's less than that, it's about 5 meters, 5-6 meters. Again, these are home defense, are considered for home defense, so those are the distances when you're talking about home defense. And it's a CO2 powered air gun, so again, the distances should be quite short. Hard Dominican Republic coconut. Look at that. Definitely entered it, cracked it really well. That is some good damage, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very satisfied. And if you indeed like this experiment, make sure you subscribe. And allow me very quickly to thank WF Defense for providing all the LTL launchers that I've been reviewing over time. E se sei italiano, beh, lo sono anch'io, ma soprattutto lo è anche la LTL. And now, my friends, our tunnel of destruction, so called by me, and we'll be putting 3 1/4-inch Baltic birch plywood boards in a row to see how many of these we will actually go through with our Alfa 1.50. Quarter-inch Baltic birch plywood board. All 7 shots went through the first one. Look at that in the back. And stopped at the second one. We do see some denting. We do see a bit of cracking, so the energy on the second one was decent because there's a little bit of cracking. But again, the second 1/4-inch plywood board stopped the projectiles. Now, about the whole using air guns for self-defense. I really hope that my audience understands that this channel serves an international audience and that in the vast majority of countries in the world, firearms are not permitted. So something like this can actually be the ultimate self-defense tool. And there's the key word right there, tool. Like every tool, these things must be applied only when appropriate. All right, let's check the accuracy on this thing. Again, we'll always be shooting from relatively shorter distances than we usually do with other air guns. And as I said earlier, we'll get to the ammo soon. We'll get to how this gun is powered soon, but I'm going to use one CO2 cartridge, and I'm gonna shoot 2 rounds using these lightweight rubber balls. So we're first gonna go for the head, and then I'm gonna load up again 7 more rounds, and we'll go for the center part. All right, let's hear it from the haters on my poor marksmanship. Jokes aside, these are the rounds, the first 7 rounds that I aimed towards the head, and these are the rounds that I aimed towards the center. Definitely no type of grouping. Nevertheless, had this been a real case scenario of home defense or self-defense, we definitely hit the target and produced some pain to it. And now let's have a quick look at the ammo. Today, of course, we are using these Zulu rubber balls specifically designed for this gun by the same brand. But as many of you know, my favorite ball-shaped ammo for CO2 launchers, be they 50 or 68 caliber, are these lightweight aluminum balls. They are cheap, you can find them on Amazon, and they are simply among the most effective. I made countless of videos with these proving why I am such a big fan, so feel free to go check them out across the channel. And finally, we'll also be demonstrating how this gun is able to shoot a Kododo arrow first, followed by the ammo in the magazine. We will see that in detail in a second, but just to let you know that Kododo is an Italian brand that makes all kinds of crazy ammo for less lethal launchers, including arrows like these. All right, folks, up next is the watermelon. But because a lot of you ask, rightly enough, how effective are these CO2 launchers against clothing if our intruder or whatever is wearing clothing? Now, I have here a hoodie, typical clothing of intruders, just kidding. So I'm going to wrap this watermelon with some cotton hoodie, and I'll give it some thickness. There we go, so there's a couple layers of it, as you can see, and we'll shoot it here and see what happens. But first, we are going to load a Kododo arrow into the gun, followed by its normal round spheric balls. And so how do we do that? The gun has a new CO2 in it. We are going to muzzle load the arrow just as so, stick it in all the way into the end so the nock of the arrow is already inside the breech, and then we open normally the gun as if to load it, stick in some aluminum or aluminium depending where you're from, balls, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Obviously we have the nock of the arrow, so we can only load 6. Now this way we should be able to shoot the arrow first, and then every other shot we take, it will shoot the balls. All right, let's see what happened here to the watermelon. So the arrow went into the fabric, but I don't think it did anything to the watermelon. Let's see. It looks like it skipped it, but look at these guys right here. They seem to have, look at that. So, look at the damage we did on the watermelon through the clothing. So, for those of you who have questions regarding clothing, well, here's your answer. 10% ballistic gel is a little block that I cooked myself. We have some BBs on this side we shot last week. We will shoot this virgin side, and I will put it on this measured board right here so we can see how deep our 50 caliber metal balls will enter. All right, so it looks like we only stuck about 5 shots out of 7 into this 10% ballistic gel. One was stuck right here and then fell off. So what they entered about a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch into this 10% ballistic gel. Again, not bad for some less lethal 50 caliber CO2 powered projectiles. Another reason why these are considered for self or home defense is because of their quick CO2 piercing system. With these, once you load the CO2 in the gun, just like this, and you screw the push button into the gun's grip, well, the CO2 stays nice and sealed inside of the cartridge, yet ready to be activated at the moment of need, months or even years later with just the bump of a hand. The loading of the projectiles is extremely straightforward. Now this gun holds 7 balls, which you insert in the breech right here after pulling back and locking in place the spring. You then get your 7 balls, let go of the spring, and the gun is loaded. All right, folks, let's get some numbers in feet per second, and let's also see how many shots we can get out of a brand new 12-gram CO2 cartridge as we'll be emptying it out through this chronograph. All right, well, there you have it. One full CO2 will get you through just about 3 magazines. As you see, I was also sent the gray-black version of the all-metal Bravo 150, so we'll have a look at this one as well very soon. Also coming on the channel, more AEA PCP rifle videos, and I just had a chat with Mercury Rise, who is about to release a more powerful version of their 68 caliber intro buster. So we'll be having a look at that one quite soon as well. So as you see, there's a lot to come on the channel, so please make sure you are indeed subscribed. Hit that bell if you do like to receive notifications. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.